Hello, welcome to this yoga flow for creativity. Today we're going to be focusing on the Sacral Chakra, which is in the pelvis. It's the colour orange and it's part of our feminine energy. It's responsible for creativity, emotional connection, sensuality. For this practice, we're going to be really thinking about our hips and our pelvis. The element associated with this chakra is water, so we're going to be flowing through the poses like water, and hopefully this will help to inspire your creativity, ignite your feminine energy. For this flow today, we're going to be working on both sides of the mat, so depending on what type of screen you're watching it on, you might want to have your mat face side on so you can see me when we're working at both sides. So to begin with, we're going to be starting seated, and we're just going to do some breath work. We're going to start in Balasana, butterfly pose. So if you start with the soles of your feet together, you can leave your hands on your ankles or around your feet and just try and lift up tall. You may wish to close your eyes here. Extending through the spine, allow yourself to grow taller as you inhale and exhale fully. We're breathing in and out through our nose. Bring awareness to within yourself. Maybe this is the first time you've checked in with yourself today. How are you feeling? Notice the rise and fall of your chest and belly as you inhale and exhale fully. 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, we're going to release our hands down by our side, reaching them out and up overhead. Inhale and exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, reaching your hands up and overhead. Exhale, drawing them to your heart center. We're going to go again, this time as you inhale, reaching your arms up. Allow your left hand to fall on your right knee, right hand behind you. Sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, twisting from the waist, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. On your next inhale, reaching your arms up overhead. Exhale. Right hand to left knee and left hand falls just behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. On your next inhale, coming back up to center, exhale, hands down by your side. Maybe blinking your eyes open. Let's just rock out our legs a bit. We've been sat like this for a while. Okay. And we're going to come over into tabletop. Planting your hands under your shoulders, knees under hips, and we're just going to start to do a cat-cow, but we're going to be focused on our pelvis. So as you inhale, lower your belly, keeping your upper body fairly neutral. Exhale, rounding through your lower belly. So we're just tilting the pelvis here, really. That's the only thing we're moving. The upper part of our back is staying neutral. Our neck is staying neutral. Exhale, rounding the lower back. Inhale, allowing your belly and pelvis to sink forward. Just do a few more rounds of that. Just really isolating the lower back. Good. And we're just going to do some circles over our wrists. Circling one way, making sure the fingers are spread wide, palms engaged into the mat. And exhale, changing directions. A couple more here. Nice big circles, just warming up the wrists. Curling under your toes, Pressing through your hands equally, sending your hips up and back, and we're coming into our first downward facing dog of the practice. Taking a few breaths here, pedaling out the legs, bending one leg, then bending the other leg, pushing the floor away, shoulders are away from your ears, lower belly is hugging in. Mula Bandha is engaged, your pelvic lock, Uddiyana Bandha, which is your lower belly lock, all engaged. Neck is neutral, looking between the legs. On your next inhale, looking at your hands and taking a big step to the front of your mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. From here, we're going to bend our knees, pushing through the floor, rolling through the spine. Inhaling all the way up to stand, palms together. Exhale, hands down by your side. Let's start our flow. Inhale, reaching your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to step back with our left leg, lowering your knees, uncurling your toes. Inhaling, arms up, sinking through your hips as you exhale. Hands lowering down to the mat. Curling under the back toe, we're coming up to a high lunge. Just going to plant through your left hand. Right hand comes to your hip, rolling open your shoulder, and then extending that arm up in a twist. Twisting from the waist and the pelvis. Inhale, exhale, lowering your hand. So pushing through your front foot, we're coming up to a high lunge again. You're welcome to climb up your leg. From here, we're going to turn outwards into a sideways lunge. So you may need to use the floor to help support you, or if you've got a bit more strength and flexibility in this posture, you can keep your hands by your heart. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale, lowering your hands down. Going to ground through our left foot and come over onto the other side. Coming up. Resting your hands by your heart or having them on the floor, whichever is in your practice. And then from here, we are going to be twisting back up into our high lunge on this side. We're going to lower our right hand this time, left hand to your hip, reaching and rotating the left arm up to the sky. And exhale, release. Stepping back into your plank, we're going to find our flow. So you can lower the knees and then lower the chin and the chest. Or for a bit more challenge, stay in plank. Exhale, bending the elbows to 90 degrees, flipping over your toes. Inhale to upward facing dog. Shoulders are away from your ears. Pushing back, curling under the toes. Downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling here. 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Looking at the front of the mat, stepping forwards between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Bending through the knees, rolling up through the spine, all the way to stand. Inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale, hands down by your side. We're going to flow back round the other way. Inhale, reaching your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back with your right foot this time, up on the ball of your foot. We're going to inhale all the way up to high crescent. Lowering your back heel, coming into warrior one. Inhale. Exhale. Straightening your front leg, heel toe your back leg up a little bit more. Reaching your arms out, and we're coming into triangle pose. So sending your hips back. You can have your hands on your shin, your calf, your ankle, or your big toe. And your right hand might like to reach for your right hip first while you open up your shoulder, and then reaching that hand up after. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. Bending through your left knee now, coming into warrior two, maybe heel toeing your foot out a little bit more to have a bit more space. Opening up through the chest. And then from here, we're going to return to our high lunge, bringing your hands to your heart center, and we're going to transfer into warrior three. So heading this way, one big step or a couple of small steps up into your warrior three pose. Inhale and exhale here. We're going to challenge our balance a bit more. So we're going to bend our right knee, hug it into our chest, and see if we can transition up to standing. Good. And from here, we're going to grab hold of our right foot. Our left hand is going to come into chin mudra, bringing your index finger to thumb. And we're going to extend our arm up. Rotate your right hand to the inside of your right foot, extending up, and then exhale into dancer's pose. Inhale, exhale here. Good. From here, coming back up, return to standing here. And we're going to step back into a high lunge before returning into a wide leg forward fold. Hands on your hips, inhale, exhale, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, exhale, allow your neck to relax. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your waist, softness in the knees as you come up to stand. We're going to transition over to the right. So as we started before, high crescent, opening up the chest. And then from here, we're going to ground our back leg, high lunge. Inhale and exhale here. Coming back into our high lunge, we're going to lower our back foot into warrior one. Inhale, exhale fully, and then start to heel toe the back foot in as we extend our front leg. And from here, we're going to come back into triangle. So whether you were on your thigh, shin, or grabbing onto your big toe, open up the chest. So maybe you start with your left hand on your left hip to really roll open that shoulder, opening up, and then extending up. Gaze is up at the hand if the neck allows. Inhale and exhale. We're going to bend our right knee, inhaling up into our warrior two pose. And transitioning back into our high crescent, hands into our heart as we come forward into our warrior three. So one big step perhaps, and extending down, warrior three. Keep a softness in your supported leg, keep your hips squaring to the mat, flexing your back foot. And then as you inhale, bending your right knee, and then seeing if you can draw it in as you come all the way up to stand, squeezing it in. And then we're going to hold on left hand to left foot, coming into chin mudra once again as before. And then bringing your left hand to the inside of your left foot, Reaching your right hand up.
Staying here, or for a bit more challenge, hinging forward into your dancer's pose. Slowly now coming back up to stand, maintaining balance on your right leg if you're able to.
Transitioning back through Warrior 3 into our high crescent. Exhale, hands down by the mat. And we're going to find our flow. Knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to your downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. Inhaling and exhaling fully. Going to come down and make our way onto our bottom. So keeping both feet flexed, bringing our right knee in, letting it fall out open, and we're going to reach our arms up. As you exhale, tall spine, and just start to walk your feet forward, maybe holding onto the toes if that's within your practice. If not, holding onto the calf, the thigh, having a bend in your knee if you need to keep the spine long. And exhale, release. Lifting your right foot up, just crossing it over your knee, hugging your right knee with your left arm, right hand behind. Inhale, lengthen, flexing your left foot. Exhale, twist. Twisting back behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting. And then counter twisting the other way. And releasing. Other leg in, left knee in. And we're just going to let that knee fall out to the side. Making sure you're sat comfortably on both sit bones. Inhale, reaching up. Nice and tall. Exhale, extending through the crown of your head. Shoulders are relaxed. Heart is open as we walk our hands forward. We're keeping that openness in our chest. You can hold onto the thigh. So if you're up here, that's fine, because we're keeping a nice neutral long spine. If you're on your calf, or maybe you're holding onto your foot. And if you need a bit more, bending the elbows out to either side. Gazing at your foot, thinking about getting your belly to your thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, softening down. One more breath here. And then we're slowly making our way up to seated. Bringing that left foot over our right knee. Right arm hugs the left knee. Left hand behind us. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting from the waist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And release the other way. Okay. So before we head down to our relaxation, we're just going to transition through boat. Sitting up nice and tall on both sit bones. Maybe starting on your toes. Floating one leg, maybe floating the other. As long as you can keep lengthen in the lower back, crown lifting, reach out your arms. Feet lifted. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're going to lower down into low boat. So extending your legs out slowly, controlling your core. See if we can lower all the way down. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Release. Okay, we're going to come back into butterfly for our final relaxation. Soles of the feet together. Maybe both hands on our belly here. And I just want you to get comfortable. Maybe rocking your hips, loosening them up a bit, making sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Just allow yourself to sink into the mat, bringing your awareness to your breath. As you inhale, your belly expanding into your hands. As you exhale fully, allowing your belly to empty. Continue these deep belly breathing, inhaling and exhaling fully. Now gently begin to return. Feel the support of the earth beneath you. Sense your breath, deeper, fuller. Feel the pelvis resting, the heart soft, the mind spacious. Bring awareness back to your body. Start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Roll your head side to side. Take a deeper breath in and sigh it out, stretching your arms overhead if that feels good. Bend your knees and slowly hug yourself, gently rocking from side to side. Then slowly roll onto your right side. Pause here in fetal position, connecting to your inner creativity, your inner artist, your inner child. When you feel ready, press up to a comfortable seated position, eyes soft and close. We're going to come into yoni mudra now for a few more breaths and intentional meditation. So bringing the backs of the hands together, interlace your fingers. Point your index fingers together and the tips of your thumbs together in opposite directions. The yoni mudra represents the womb.
We're just going to place our hands over our pelvis.
Taking a few deep breaths here, really sinking into this posture. Notice how this mudra feels. What senses does it awaken? How does it make you feel inside yourself? You're welcome to stay here, or if you would like to transfer to a different version, a more open and expressive version of yoni mudra, rather than having your fingers interlaced on the inside, keeping your index fingers and thumbs as they are, just interlace your fingers on the outside. Pressing your hands together, allow your hands to rest in just above your pelvis again. Taking a few deep breaths here, really noticing how this mudra makes you feel within your body. Having your fingers on the outside is more open and expressive. It can be good for manifestation or affirmation, whereas having your fingers on the inside is more for an internal meditation, inner focus. Taking a few more breaths here. Ending our practice with gratitude, thanking yourself for taking the time today to not only move your body, but also fuel your creative energy. Release your hands and just let your palms rest up on your legs. Take a few more breaths here. Bringing your palms together in the heart center. Gently rub your palms together. Place your warm palms over your closed eyes and start to blink, allowing some light in. Removing your hands away from your eyes. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this creative flow and it makes you feel as good as I do. I can't wait to see you in the next one. As always, take care.